All right, this project's kind of large. I want to do Hangman in Scratch. Not sure if it's the best idea right now. It's not easy, but we're going to basically choose a magic word that they have to guess, like rabbits. And so, right now let's go make some variable secret word, and I'm gonna just get in the habit of not using spaces because that's how you'll have to do it later on. So the variable secret word is gonna equal rabbits. Okay, so that's how we're gonna start off, and we're gonna make the player guess the word rabbits. Okay, one letter at a time. So we're gonna say guess a letter, guess a letter. If we find the letter, we're gonna tell them we found it. If not, we'll tell them it's not. We didn't find it. Okay, so that's probably the hardest part. There's excuse me. There's a few hard little things, but first one is to look for letters in a word, and the second is to show what characters have been guessed and not guessed. Okay, so let's give it a try. Now, the first thing is looking for letters in a word. To do that, there's nothing in here under operators that says, if you remember from earlier, to look at words, we can join two words like those two. We can see what's in a specific slot of a word, or a variable like what's in slot 2. Well, there's a O there. And we can see the length of a word, okay? So the gears in your head should start turning and saying, how can I use that to look for, if they guess an I, how could I look for an I in there, okay? Another way to do this might be using lists. And maybe having each slot what is that bias? Well, it looks uglier for starters. Let's make that secret word rabbits. But every slot is in there. And then if you look at the list stuff, we can add letters, remove letters, insert letters, replace letters. Look at a certain slot. What's in slot 1? There's the R. And find the length. So same thing as the other ones. There's also this secret word 2, which is these slots or these things. Does it contain an R? It sure does. Does it contain a Z? It doesn't. Okay. And again, that's why I enter these one letter at a time in the slots. So those should kind of be your tricks to get started. Let's go make our own contains. Okay. We're not going to do it as a list. I think that's kind of ugly, but you're welcome to do it that way if you'd like. But we want to see if our secret letter contains their guess. Our secret word, contains their guess. So we're going to have to make our own, okay? So I want you to pause for a sec and see if you can say, hey, kid, guess a letter. And then they'll guess one letter. We shouldn't let them guess more than one letter, but I guess they can try it and wreck it and waste their time. But pause the video for a sec and see how can you check if the letter they guess, so let's run this. I'm going to guess a Z. If you can see if the letter Z is in rabbits, or if I run it again, if they guess R, if that R is in rabbits, okay? There's no contains, but we want to make something that works like it contains. And all we can do is find out the length of secret word, and we can look at each letter of secret word one slot at a time. Okay, so I'm going to I'll leave this up here as a reminder of what we're doing, but let's get rid of secret word 2. Okay, pause it, see if you can try it. And when we come back, I'll give you some more hints. If you're still struggling, if you're not sure what the heck's going on, let's try this. Okay, look at what's in letter 1 of rabbits. Okay, secret word is rabbits. Well, there's an R. What's in slot 2? A. What's in slot 3? B. Well, what's in slot 4? Another B. 5. I. 6. T. 7 has an S. What's in slot 8? Remember when Scratch doesn't know what to do when it can't find anything? It does a blank, I think. So there's nothing. There's an empty in slot 8. Okay, so I need to look at all the slots one at a time. There's no way to look at all of them at once. And this is what programmers do. They take problems, big problems, and they break it down into smaller, easier problems that they can solve. Okay. So do you know how to jump through all the slots one at a time? Like look at slot 1, look at slot 2, look at slot 3. Do you see a pattern in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I sure do. I'm going to repeat a certain amount of times. Remember, rabbits was 7 letters long, I think. And I'm going to see if, okay, pause for a sec. You know where I'm heading with this? If the letter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of secret word is the letter that they guessed, I'll say found it. Okay, so let's just say found it. Found. And you know what? Let's join that and their guess. Okay, so their guess is in answer. And I'm going to say found. So I guessed an R last time. You can see up there. So this should say found R. Let's go see if it does. Okay, what's in answer? There's an R there. Join found R. And okay, when would I say found your answer? Found R, found whatever you said. When would I say it? Well, if the letter we're looking at, okay, and this is kind of the hardest jump to make in your mind. If the letter equals, so if the letter of the secret word equals their answer, equals their guess. Okay. Okay, so if I repeat this 7 times, let's try it. Run it. R, found an R. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. He's saying it for a lot more than 2 seconds. Why? Because, well, I'm actually repeating this 7 times. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have done the repeat yet. I should have just stuck with this, I guess. That probably makes more sense to not have the repeat there yet. If letter 2, does letter 2 equal an R? Nope. Letter 2, oh, there's an A. I found an A in slot 2. What's in slot 3? Let's run this again. There's not an R there. And let's, do you see that pattern there? Let's make a variable. Do you remember what we usually call this? We're going to start the counter at not at slot 0. There is no slot 0. We're going to start it at 1 when our program starts, or actually right before the loop. And we're going to repeat this 7 times for the word rabbit. But what if the word's not rabbit? What if the word's Bill or Bob or Sue or Sally or Cuba or chrysanthemum? That length of the word, secret word, can always change, right? Secret word is rabbits. The length of secret word is 7. So how many times do I want to repeat this? The length of secret word amount of times. And now my counter still stays at 1 every time. Okay. I just realized I don't know if you're enjoying this. Like, if you're already a programmer, this is fun stuff. If you're not, it's kind of hard. But you know what? I told myself we're going to do some hard stuff this year, and let's do it. Let's just do it. Whether you understand it 100% or not, at least you're making a game, right? Okay, so we're going to repeat 7 times for rabbits. We're not going to look at slot 3 or slot 1 every time. We're going to change that every time. Remember, when I want to change or vary the slot, I need a variable, right? I need something that can be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to look at counter. And counter has to change every time. So I'm going to look at the slot and then change the counter. Look at the slot and then change the counter by 1. So the counter is going to go. And let's just prove this works, okay? Let's go say counter for 1 second, okay? I'm going to guess an R or whatever. Okay, hello, oops. Nope, let's go say counter. Counter is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it says counter and then changes it. Says counter and changes it, okay? Why did I do that? Because I want to show you that this little loop runs 7 times. The counter changes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it looks at slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the secret word, sees if it equals their guess, and if it is, then they found it, okay? All right, so we basically made our own contains. And now what do we do? Well, I'm kind of stuck here. Guess letter R. Found an R. Let's guess a B. B, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Found a B, and then 2 more seconds, it found another B. Kind of cool, okay? Now what do I do when I find a B? I don't say, hey, found it. Like if this were the game Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White would reveal a letter. If they guessed an R, and the R was in the word rabbits, she'd flip it around, right? Or I don't even know if she's still alive, but whoever the word letter flipper is will flip the letter around and show us. So we need basically, we're going to need another variable. This one's kind of weird. I'm going to call this blanks. Okay, so we need like stars or underlines or dashes or something that shows the word empty. Okay, so I'm going to make a variable called blanks, and I'm going to set it equal to, what do you like? Do you like stars? I like stars. Because I know rabbit is 7 stars long, or seven letters long, I'm going to set blanks to that many stars. Let's run this. Okay. And when they guess, we're going to say words. Actually, we're going to join. Words so far, and show them the blanks, which is all 7 stars right now, right? Okay. And actually, in a minute, we're going to uncheck the secret word so they can't cheat, right? The nice thing about, let's uncheck counter since we're done with that. I mean, if you need to, if it's broken, you'll need to leave it showing, and we can uncheck, we can leave the answer. We'll leave blanks there. The cat could say blanks every time like this. But I actually like that it's just there, right? This could actually be called words so far. Let's go rename it. Yeah, let's leave it. Okay, so we guess. When we find that they guessed the right letter, what should we do to the blanks? If they found an R in rabbits, what should I do with blanks? I should reveal or turn that star, that shift 8, it's an asterisk, into an R. And if they guessed a B, I should turn both the B's from stars into B's, right? How do I do that? Well, I don't actually know. Oh, I can't do this, can I? Can I set? Oh, bad news. No. Set letter 1 of word. I can't change a slot. This was all a waste of time. This has all been a huge waste of time. Oh. All right, we're going to use a list. Let's get rid of blanks here. Oh, I feel dumb. Okay. So blanks. You're going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars. Okay. All right. We can do this. We can replace item 1 of blanks or item 3 of blanks with a letter, with an R. Okay. All right. So this is a toughie. All right. So blanks is not that anymore. All right. And then we're not going to say blanks. We're just going to let them see the blanks over here, okay? All right. So here we go. When they found an R, found a B, then we're going to see if you can do this part. I mean, I know we're kind of all over the map here. I'm so sorry. But you get what you pay for. What do we want to do? We want to replace one of these stars. So if I guess, let's do an A. Okay, this is the A, right? In my secret word, the second slot, this A is slot 2 here, RABBITS. How would I turn that? When, they guessed an A. They said A. We found it in secret word. That's what this does. Found an A. And we need to replace, not item 1, not item 2, not item 3, not random or last. Which slot? What's slot 2? And what was keeping track of my slots? Well, it was the counter variable. And not with an R or an A every time it's going to change, right? We need to replace it with whatever their guess was, whatever their answer was. Let's try it. Words so far. What's words so far? Oh, blanks, you're dead. Blur, blanks is gone, sorry. We'll throw this away. Okay. Z. Nope. D. And maybe we should have an if-else, right? If we did an if-else, it would look at every slot and say, oh, I didn't find it in that slot. I didn't find it in that slot. So maybe it's good that it just stays quiet. So let's try an R. Found an R. Hey. Let's try a T. Found a T in slot 6. Let's go find an S. Ooh, another B. There's 2 B's. Is it going to work? Found a B in slot 3. Found another B in slot 4. Let's run it again. A. Found an A. And the last thing. Okay. Now, one problem we have here is when I start the game again, it's not going to work. All my stars got replaced, right? So I need to actually, I don't want, you never want to manually go in and do this like, oh gosh, like I'm doing right now. So what I'm going to do is, let's make a little loop. Is there a way to set, replace item 1 of, yeah, replace item, oh, I wish there was one for all. I want to replace all of them with stars. Okay, so how do I do this? There's 7 slots in my word. This is going to repeat how many times? 7 times. I do need a counter because I can't go 1. I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I'm going to set my counter to the first slot, which isn't 0, it's 1. And it's going to repeat 7 times, and I need to increase the counter by 1 every time I do it. Okay, I know this is kind of hard. I mean, some people are born knowing how to do this, but most of us, it takes a while. Okay, so when are we going to set all these? Let's make sure this works. 1. Oh, not replace. It just replaced item 1 7 times. Let's run this. Oh, and counter just got set to 22. Ouch. I need to set counter to 1. There we go. Okay, and you see that flash? I don't know if I was too fast, but it just did them all, okay? So I put this, let's put it at the top. Actually, let's put it in its own block. Let's put this over here, so it's not too confusing. And, if you want to, you can, oh, we're good. I mean, this works. Now, the last thing we need to do is tell them that they won, right? They win when they solve all the riddles, when all the letters are revealed. How would I check that? Can you see anything that would tell me that I'm done? Now, one way is to keep a little counter variable and count or a correct count, and they need to get 7 correct letters, right? So every time it says found 1, I'd increase the correct counter. Okay, so I'll make a variable called number correct. Starts at 0, right? Let's do this. When the game starts, we're going to set number correct to 0. Every time we guess one right, I found it, found your R. We're going to change number correct by 1. And then at the end, every time I'm done checking the secret words, remember this loop right here, this repeat block repeats 7 times, or the length of rabbits. When I'm done with that, I'm going to say, hey, if number correct is, pause this, I know you how to do it. I know you know how to do it. If the number correct equals 7, or length of, remember, length of secret word, it's not always equal to 7. If we change the word from rabbits to something else. But if the number correct equals length of secret word, then we say you win. Okay. Let's try this. Run it. Got my stars all there. R, A, oh, and it ended. If number correct equals, guess the letter R. Oh, just ended. counter. Well, counter's at 2. Oh, this counter's at 8 right now. It didn't get reset all the way. So yeah, I'm using the same counter twice, which is dangerous. This counter needs to... Oh, I need to just get... No, that's not right. Hold on. R. There we go. What the heck? I just wrecked it. Counter is 1. Secret word to... Oh, secret word to 1. Who did that? Number correct to 1. No, that doesn't even need to be there. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that little block of code was. R. Oh, now check that out. I hit more than one character. And it's not going to find that in a slot. R. Found an R. There we go. And then it's not letting me guess anymore. My counter's at 8. Oh. I didn't reset the counter. Oh, no. This only runs once. I lost my repeat blank times. Change counter. Oh, that counter needs to get set. Oh, I need to, you know what? I'm only letting him guess one letter. What am I doing here? And then every time I hit start, okay, yeah, and it resets it. That's what's going on. I gotta keep resetting it. I need to let them keep guessing until, okay. Okay, so right now I had this check if after, but no, they need to be able to keep guessing until they're done, okay? So I took that little condition. Repeat this. Let them keep guessing. Hey, guess a letter, until the number that they got correct is equal to the length of secret word. So until they get 7 correct for rabbits, basically. And then I'm going to say you win. You're like, why does this work? Well, these two things set up the game, right? Set the secret word to rabbits and set the number correct to 0. This block is the guessing block that lets them keep guessing until... Repeat this block until they get 7 right guesses, and then say you win. This is the block that resets the counter stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move all this around a little bit. Let's run it again. R. A. There we go. And he's saying that a little too slow, but let's do it for 1 second. There we go. We got 7 guesses. You win. There is another way to do this. We could repeat until. Blanks does not contain. How would I know I'm done? I like this number correct. The correct guess is equals 7, the length of the word. What else would I continue? Repeat this until my blanks. Let's start again. My blanks right now has a bunch of stars. What do I repeat it until the blanks does not have any stars? Let's try this again. R, A, B, I, T, S. And I won. Okay, so there's a few different ways to do this. Kind of hard project, but I hope it was at least interesting to you. I know some of you were kind of like, whoa. You blew my mind, grammar. But it's okay to have your mind blown every once in a while. Try this out. A few different ways to do it. If you're stuck, let me know. But this is a good introduction into harder programming concepts. And just, take what you can from it. It's like school and life and anything. Learn what you can and move on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.